Let's keep the conversation going. Fox political analyst Thom Serafin now joins us live to talk about the pension deal and the possibility that it could lead to, higher taxes.
So, Tom, let's start out with winners and losers in this fight. Talk to us about that.
Well, Governor Quinn, spent the year 2013 talking about the pension problem, and we have to have a pension issue. He stopped paychecks for legislators. Right. He's done a lot. So now I see him as the chief executive officer of the state of Illinois. Governor Quinn, big winner, and puts himself in a strong position for 2014 for re-election. Senator Bill Brady, his opponent in the last general election, a strong showing, supporting the governor. The two of them working together in the Illinois Senate, along with Christine Radogno, to move this legislation through. The other three opponents that he has in the Republican primary went in the other direction. Treasurer Rutherford, Bruce Rauner, Senator Dillard voted against. But here was Bill Brady, the conservative, voting with the governor and for the pension deal. Those were the two strong winners. I also thought Speaker Madigan showed himself on the floor. He went after Bruce Rauner, and he led the Illinois House in that particular direction to get this thing done. So an interesting coalition of forces down in Springfield.
Tom, well, we've been talking about this for years, this pension deal, and it comes down to basically $100 billion. And if you've tried to ignore this as a state taxpayer, now we're hearing that it could mean higher taxes. Explain that. Break that down, please.
Well, that's what the opponents are saying, higher taxes, because the 67% increase in taxes that was passed a few years ago by the legislature sunsets this year at the end of 2014. It goes away. That's about $6, $7, $8 billion, depending on who's talking to you about the numbers. That's Illinois' fiscal cliff. Now, what Bruce Rauner and others are saying, you can't have deal without keeping that tax increase, so you have to make it permanent. Who's got the belly, who's got the stomach this year to make that permanent? That's 67% tax increase. They're saying that's the bottom line that nobody's talking about right now.
And Tom, real quickly, John Cullerton talked about the $700 million that Chicago has to come up with. Is there a similar deal that can be worked out downstate to make that issue a little less onerous?
If you deal with the city of Chicago and Springfield, you have to deal with every other municipality in the state of Illinois. They all have problems with their pension deals for their, the fire, the police. Everybody's got a problem down in Springfield, but fire and police, the guys are very well respected in Springfield. That's going to be a very tough deal to work on. And, the other side of the apple on that one is that you're looking at a huge property tax increase of 100, 150% if they don't get that deal done. So look at the backdrop of what's going on in Detroit today. They've lost all their pensions and everything. So Chicago and Illinois have more work to do, but they've proven they can get the job done with an interesting coalition of Republicans and Democrats. Governor Quinn is to be credited for getting this thing done, but his job gets tougher tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Tom, for joining us this
Thank
afternoon.
you.
We appreciate it. Well, the pension vote